Good morning, family, and welcome to Morning Heart Devotion with Dr. Yong and our Heavenly Parents Holy Community. Let's begin by greeting our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. 천지인 참부모님께 경배. 바로. Now for our family pledge, 가정맹세. 1. 자녀급 주인, 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 자녀급 주인, 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 장부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 자녀급 주인, 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과皇族권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 자녀급 주인, 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조의 상임 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 자녀급 주인, 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 전상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 자녀급 주인, 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 장부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 자녀급 주인, 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 자녀급 주인, 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 자녀급 시대를 맞이하여 절대신앙, 절대사랑, 절대복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상천국과 천상천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. And to open us up with prayer this morning, I'd like to invite up Reverend Jack Harford.
Good morning. Let's pray. Our most precious and loving Heavenly Parent, thank you so much for everything that you've given to us. Thank you for your love and for your truth and for sending our true parents at this time in human history. We're grateful to be alive in this age and to be able to know our true parents. Please, Heavenly Parent, use all of our Jansung, all of our prayers, our Hundoke, our study, everything. Please use it all to support True Mother's health and safety and protection, and to help build the kingdom of heaven, Chanokguk, that we can build ourselves into Chanokguk people. We have many battles ahead of us. Please grant us a fighting spirit to be able to defeat Satan and to go beyond the desires of the flesh to achieve the desires of our spirit and the desires of heaven. Please bless this day and open our hearts so we can hear the message from Dr. Yong and be able to put it into practice in our daily life. if we can find even one point that we can actually practice in our daily life, then our lives become better and better each and every day. But our purpose is to believe in and practice the truth. So guide us, direct us, and grant us the faith, the wisdom, and the love to be able to accomplish all we need to accomplish at this time. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parent. We offer this day to you. I pray and report in the name of Jack and Kyoko Hartford, Blessed Central Family. Aju.
아주 Reverend Jack Halford 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
But your wife is not there. So sad.
Just a second. Chocolate.
Wow, she's there. Beautiful. Yesterday I had a fishing with the club leaders and then think about you. Someday we can fish together. Thank you so much, Jack Halford, for your beautiful prayer. 감사합니다. I miss you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Samaneo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Jack and the Hartford family. Brothers and sisters, let's now go into our breakouts and share our appreciations this morning and come back in a few minutes. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you enjoyed your breakout. To share first, let me invite up the Laurent family, Uncle Poirot and Aunt Gloria.
Good morning, Reverend Yong, my elder brother, and brothers and sisters.
Gloria, Pierrot. Okay.
Yeah, I'm always excited hearing your voice and seeing your face and all brothers and sisters.
Me too.
Yeah, maybe my gratefulness is to Heavenly Parents and to parents because they let me meet an organization in Ohio like Christian Center and a Christian Virtue organization. You know, the popular news at this time is the case about Roe and Wade. Did you hear that, Reverend Young?
I see.
This is about abortion. And I am thinking yesterday when we celebrated life, Victory for Life. That's the title of our celebration yesterday, not in our church, but in Christian church. So I'm just thinking, I'm grateful to God because before abortion should happen, it can be prevented without any medical issue or problem if we can educate individual men and women in the family that there is greater value of relationship, not just like free sex. That's what I'm thinking yesterday. So this is conservative organization of Christian in the entire Ohio. It's 50 years already. And many mega churches member of this organization. So I'm just thinking yesterday, do I need to talk now or do I need to continue being in this organization? So I'm thinking, true Father is the only solution. The words of the divine principle is the only solution to make this resolution incomplete, you know, not just like by law, but this is our responsibility as unificationists or those who knows the value of life in reality. Not just like controlling it when it is already there, but we can prevent it when we know the principle of life.
Yeah.
So that was my gratefulness yesterday. I'm crying when we are praying, praising God together. So I'm so grateful. I met our movement and I learned the divine principle and I gained confidence to share it to any ministers now.
Wow, beautiful.
I want to really make it in real, like 101 divine principle.
So yeah, Gloria, that's why I think you are doing very well. I think when you associate with any organization, whatever, HCLC, I think you are as the state leader, you need to think that very important. You need to focus on multiplication.
Yes.
I think you need to start from how you get 3 spiritual children, 3 John the Baptist figure. Yes. No matter what, you do any activity, finally need to produce the result. And then you need to follow the Jesus model course and true parents model course. You need to break through 3 spiritual John the Baptist figure, and then 12, and then 36, like that. So without creating even 3 John the Baptist figure who can become your spiritual children, does not make any sense. Really need to focus on that through the one-on-one education, the teaching divine principle. Okay, Piero.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, brothers and sisters. My gratitude this morning is basically to the divine principle. One thing I know about the divine principle, it can help to help society in general, because a lot of the issue that my wife is talking about happened a lot after the fact. But it can be prevented before the fact if a good portion of the society would learn and know about divine principle. They can apply it and practice it and make it to good use. Because the issue with men and men has a lot to do with men and women, has a lot to do with the issue of the fall. So if they can be in a position where they can learn divine principle, they would be more in position not to do things that would require things like that later on, because they would form family instead of forming break up family, because that's what happened in that situation. So divine principle is probably my greatest
So
asset.
Pierrot, you know, teaching is the best way to learn. Teaching is the best way to grow up. That's why through teaching, I can really become more better person and better learn. That's why without teaching divine principle, you cannot grow up. That's why you really not just only meditation and then pray and then I need to develop myself. That's fine, but through the teaching, with the cane, this is the best way to change your character. This is the best way to grow up. That's why without object pattern of the cane, you no way to grow up. That's why I think really day and night, you need to think how to teach. Teaching means teaching my spiritual self as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Yong.
Okay, Gloria, I love your couple. Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you too, Dr.
We love you too,
Yang.
Dr. Yang.
Thank you.
You Laurent family. To share next, let me invite up Reverend Stephen Boyd.
Good morning, Dr. Yong. Good morning, brothers and sisters.
Hey, Stephen Boyd, thank you so much. Yesterday, you did great job. Thank you.
Oh, I don't know, Dr. Yong. The Spanish-speaking community within our church, our ethnic group, is doing amazing things. Yesterday, we held a historic event at a one-day Divine Principle seminar. I was lucky enough to be able to teach the principle of creation. Nancy Makowski taught the fall of man, and Jose Rafael Sanchez taught restoration. And then Nancy concluded our Divine Principle program with testimony and a story of true parents' life, which was very heart-rendering, and many tears came at that time when she explained about Father's life. Particularly, Nancy gave a very deep lecture about the fall, explaining about the tragedy of the fall and the effect of the fall in our daily life and how we should face that and overcome it. And then at the end of the program, Dr. Yong, as you know, we had the program, we were lucky enough to receive the visit of President Alkimi and Reverend Milhan Stevens, who officiated the installation of our Spanish-speaking ministry in the person of Pastor Jose Rafael Sanchez. So we're so grateful, Dr. Yong, for you to give this initiative. It was a rousing experience. I think President Alkimi and Reverend Milhan also will agree that the spirit was so high. Everyone singing together, joining together in heart and celebrating this new providence for the Latin American and Hispanic activity for our church. So thank you, Dr. Yong. Also wanted to mention the staff. They worked so hard. They did so much. We had 27 guests that came.
Great.
Signed membership. Also, Stephanie Diaz was our MC, second generation. Her Spanish is wonderful, Dr. Yong, and speaking with such a wonderful heart. So it was a great success yesterday. So everybody celebrated it. Is ready now to go forward to get.
Thank you, Stephen Boy. Actually, Stephen Boy, I really appreciate your translation. Sometimes, in Spanish from English, every morning devotion. And also now is in Clifton Church, when we have the celebration, welcoming celebration for new guests, many of them come from Spanish background. And also, I now relating many about the community like Asia community, Japanese community, Korean community, Spanish community. Can you imagine more than 20% relate to Spanish people? I think also, Spanish, those who are Spanish speaking people are really some kind of, hot very artistic connection. That's why I think I really received incredible inspiration that we really need to focus on Spanish community. I think we need to really deal with them very well. And then they really, through about Spanish community, they had a great potential to increase membership. I think yesterday I was so sad I could not be there. I need to raise up young people, that's why for fishing, but actually my heart was there. And I really want to invest for Spanish community. Through this way, I think we can increase many membership and also can relate to South America problems as well. Thank you so much, Stephen Boy. Always you're involving Spanish community and giving lecture and pray and translation. Thank you for your effort, everything. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Dr. Yong.
I'm so glad you had a chance to share, Reverend Boyd, about the exciting movement yesterday. And I also know there's a lot going on, even in Los Angeles. There was a YCLC event that really moved about North and South Korean unification. So, but yeah, let's now prepare our hearts and minds to receive Dr. Yong this morning for our morning heart devotion.
안녕하세요. Good morning. Good morning. My dear brothers and sisters, clergy and ambassador for peace. 안녕하십니까? Oh my goodness. Today is already Sunday. Wow. Time flies so fast. So today, Sunday, I'm so excited to see my dear brothers and sisters in Clifton Church. My heart has really have a longing heart to see each one of our members in Clifton Church. Yesterday, we went fishing with Takayoshi and Shogo and Keisetsu and Yasuhiro. Most of them are COM members. I really want to raising up the 12 our young leaders, 13 leaders under our Naokimi who really can support our national leaders. I really love to follow true parents, model course, about that kind of the model course. That's why I think, second generation at the public leaders and support our national leader. I want to raise up 12 Jesus disciple, true parents disciple, and then about the 36 who really can support our national leader. So I think each sub-regional leader need to really follow true parents formula course. Nobody show us, only true parents formula course is we can inherit from our true parents. That's why I'm really special condition to raise up them and fishing together, having a meal together, we talk together. While we are having the fishing, we do not have the big fish, but everybody catches small fish. But through the reading EDP and put the Jeongseong condition, it was very, very beautiful. And also help us, manual help us, and then the Benny also help us. Thank you so much. Yeah, then caught and fishes, some fishes like that. Yes, today I'd like to talk about why we should witness from True Mother's Anthology, Book 1. Let's study.
Why we should witness. I blessed Japanese members that they may become rich. Korea is not an exception. Please become rich too. The way for you to become rich, not only on earth, but also in the eternal world, is by saving many lives through the true parents. Compared to our lives before, the time remaining ahead of us is short. No matter how long we live, we will not live for more than 100 years. Please bear in mind that only when we honor true parents' will and practice it in our lives can we stand in a blessed position, in a position filled with love, and in the position of central figures as leaders in the eternal world. However, that does not mean that because you are a first-generation member, that you may divide all your responsibilities among the second and third generation members. You must also fulfill your own responsibilities. That is why we are hopeful and happy people. Your actions and the practice of your faith will decide the number of people that find salvation through you. When the people that gain life through you grow in number, true parents who embrace Asia and the world will achieve everything. No worldly laws will work in the new peaceful world, a world overflowing with peace, freedom, unification, and happiness. It will be a world without need of lawyers, attorneys, or judges. You should introduce true parents to the 7 billion people on earth and educate them so that they can all partake in this joyful world. This is the only way we can become proud, blessed families and leaders of the unification community in this era.
Thank you, Heavenly Honey. True Mother has blessed us that we may become rich. The meaning of the rich that True Mother is talking about does not mean having a lot of assets and wealth, but it means to become a people that are spiritually rich by saving many lives. In the spiritual world, the rich are not rich in material wealth, but rich in love. To become rich in love, you must become someone who saves many, 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 many souls. True Mother said that when the people that gain life through us grow in number, true parents who embrace Asia and the world will achieve everything. That's why, my brothers and sisters, whatever we do, you are related to any association, organization, okay? Or you are working in outside, our main job is what? Multiplication. You know, the one of the great attribute of the blessing is multiplication. That's why your concern, your vision, your goal, centering on multiplication, really substantially happen. But there is no goal, not clear concept and vision, no idea about your multiplication. Nothing happen. There's no concern, there's nothing happen. We need to know that. That's why even though you work very hard, relate to outreach, this and that, but you need to know very clear vision. Vision means in detail is what? Numbers. Okay, our vision is to restore the 천일국. Now how to restore? You need to increase numbers. The vision means in detail numbers. Numbers. God created human being and all things centering on numbers. That's why you need to have the clear vision, centering on numbers. Vision means numbers. Need to start from 3 substantially. Not just only study divine principle, this and that, I'm so inspired, what. Then what's the outcome? You need to focus on substantial outcome. Your mindset is not like that. No matter what, I want to break through three spiritual children, 3 John the Baptist figure, centering on number in detail. Then you can work out. You will bring surely outcome. But you not much concerned about the numbers, nothing happen. And just only become very vague, and then just at times just pass away. That's why, my brothers and sisters, I always, when I think of the vision, always centering on numbers. Okay, how to restore America? What's the population? What's the 10% of the population? Always think numbers. This in detail. We need to think about that. Living divine principle, the realm of the God's direct dominion. Let's study.
Realm of direct dominion. What is the realm of God's direct dominion? Human beings abide in the realm of direct dominion when, as subject partners and object partners, they unite in the love of God to form a 4-position foundation and become one in heart with God. In this realm, they freely and fully share love and beauty according to the will of the subject partner, thus realizing the purpose of goodness. The realm of direct dominion is the realm of perfection. What will the world be like when the natural world abides under the direct dominion of human beings? When a fully mature person relates with the diverse things in nature as his object partners, they come together to form a four-position foundation. People who are in total resonance with God's heart will lead the natural world in the free-flowing sharing of love and beauty, and the entire universe will realize goodness. In such a manner, human beings will exercise direct dominion over all things.
Let's study further.
The responsibility of the tribal Messiah. All people should register for the nation centered on the 430 couples by completing the responsibility of the tribal Messiah. If all the people in the Christian realm become connected in this way, the tribal messiahs can reach millions of people. When every village does this, all nations will automatically become part of the kingdom of heaven. By connecting the realm of God's direct dominion with the realm of God's indirect dominion, Satan, who has been dominating all the countries in the world, will automatically retreat. This is how it will happen. The blessing and the realm of God's direct dominion. After you are blessed, you enter the realm of God's direct dominion. In the realm of the Unification Church, you still have the responsibility to offer your nation. And by completing that responsibility, you can become one with true parents and connect to them directly. When God and human beings move through 8 stages, the satanic world will disappear because the family Messiah, the tribal Messiah, and the national Messiah can all be free from Satan through the true parents.
Yeah, true father emphasizes that everyone have to fulfill their own tribal Messiah mission and enlist in the other nation centering on the 430 couples. True father said that if all the Christians become like this, there would be hundreds of the tribal messiahs. This is telling Christian ministers to give the blessing centering on their own congregation. We did not reach this level. That's why I really want to initiate centering on Clifton Church, those who are related to our movement as the Christian ministers. So I really want to educate them through the one-on-one, let them become Chonbo, and then let them teach divine principle for their own congregation. And then all of them no need to come to our church. And then let them learn divine principles centering on their own church. They become the blessed family. They follow true parental tradition. So without breakthrough about the blessing and educating, and then through the blessing and divine principle, there is no way to increase the 100 of the tribal messiah centering on Christian people. That's why I really want to break through. We already break through, okay? 43-day condition. Now everybody aware of that. Since I came to America, I emphasize so much. 43-day condition is very important. Secondly, now emphasizing the one-on-one education, each ministers, and then let them really become Chonbo members. And the third point, I really want to educate ACLC minister for them to become the lecturer through one-on-one, whatever, and then teach their own congregation, and then let them also, each one of them become tribal messiahs, my brothers and sisters. Through this way, we can reach 144,000 people who can become members. My brothers and sisters, actually, Christians still great potential. Spanish community is great potential. Our second generation is really great potential, especially these 3 areas really great potential. Whenever I think about these three areas, I am always inspired at. Then by Christian realm who was in the realm of the indirect dominion becoming connected to the realm of the direct dominion through true parents, the national foundation is made and Satan will automatically disappear. Anyone can enter the realm of the direct dominion after receiving the blessing. After receiving the blessing, blessed families are left with the responsibility to completely your HTM missions and offer your nation. So, True Mother talking about everybody need to fulfill HTM mission. Our vision is what? How to fulfill HTM mission. So, in detail, what? 430 couple. Always vision in detail, there is a numbers. We need to know about that. Today's youth ministry, a true parent-child relationship, is a very important content as well. Let's just study.
When we are young, most people like being centered on themselves. I like it when others remember me or buy something for me. However, as we gradually grow, a true parent-child relationship develops into a heartistic relationship. It is not a relationship that exists because of some event or situation. A true parent-child relationship is when my father wants to see me, and there will be some heartistic merit in which my father cannot forget me. A real parent-child relationship is an inseparable relationship that does not need the word father or child. In the early days of our church, when True Father was teaching us, he bought off-the-rack suits or old clothes for early members to wear and had new members wear new custom-made clothes. He saved money on people who had to live together with him and spent a lot of money on newcomers.
Yeah, a true parent-child relationship is when my father truly wants to see me and longs for me and cannot forget about me. This is the ideal relationship between parent and child. A real parent-child relationship is an inseparable relationship that does not need the word father or child. Therefore, my brothers and sisters, longing always accompanies where there is a true love. If I love someone, but there is no longing, then there is not love. Where there is a love, it will definitely be overflowing with a longing heart, my brothers and sisters. Do you love true Father? How can I know? Do I love true Father? Not just only lip service. How can I know how much do I love Father? Do you have a longing heart for true Father? And then shedding tears. You know, where there is a longing heart, there is tears. Do you really miss your grandchildren, your children, or your lover? Always have longing heart. That's why I love someone. However, there is no longing heart. That is not love, my brothers and sisters. It is really beautiful, right? So how can we create that kind of a church centering on longing as a leader? I really miss each one of my members. And each one of our members think that I really miss my central figure, my church leader. We don't have each other like that. That is not love. How about your relationship with your children? Even though your child sometimes make mistake and problem, have a artistic distance, do you really love them? Even though he make the problem, if you really love them, automatically you have a longing heart for them. As long as you have a longing heart for your children, even though that child having some problem, you know, longing heart like how to say magnet. they will come back to finally parents' bosom. This is the power of the longing heart, you know. And then children does not care parents, you know. Why like that? Because the parents, even though say I love you, but just only external way, just only concept. You don't have a really fully longing heart. If as a parent have the full of longing heart for their children, children cannot betray parents, cannot. They cannot go their own way. That's why this is the important point, my brothers and sisters. So now our Takayoshi is with me, and the Tomomi with me, and Filipino sister is helping me, our Yan. Do I have that kind of longing relationship? I miss them, loving them. If I don't have, that means I do not truly love them. Huh? Just now, Jack Howard Ford say, when I think about him, I really miss him. That means my heart is there, right? When I every morning pray for each one of the state leader, and I'm already thinking, I miss this guy, I miss this girl, and I do not know someone, then I have really need to think, I want to call. That's why I really need to think, do I really love each state of leader and sub-regional leader? I need to check my heart. Do I have longing for them or not? My brothers and sisters, this is the most important point in order to raise my own children, my own spiritual children. Do I have that kind of inseparable relationship centering on longing heart or not? Just as there is so much longing between lovers that they miss each other so much they cannot stand not seeing each other. The real parent-child relationship is a world where longing and longing meet each other. Next.
We must see that true parents have an intention when they do not give any help to our ministers working hard on the front line, but invest a lot in external activities such as UPF rallies, scientist rallies, supra-denominational movements, and victory over communism. Even though we became members who listened to the principle and received the blessing, looking heartistically, we experience many cases where we do not fit with true Father. We are called members, but in a heartistic perspective, it is different. In other words, if we enter a world of heart, we were not able to have content to share joy and sorrow. If it really becomes a heartistic relationship with the same values, you understand each other, even if you do not live together, and you have mutual understanding even in the first meeting. When there is a heartistic distance, even if you live together, you do not understand each other and have differences.
Yeah, when there is a heartistic distance, even you live together, you do not understand each other and have differences, then you are just my neighbor, nothing dealing with me. The world of heart is a world where you share not only joy and love, but share pain and sorrow as well. In the world of heart, the subject and object have the same values and share everything together. If it really becomes a heartistic relationship with the same values, you understand each other even if you do not live together. And you have a mutual understanding even in the first meeting. When there is a heartistic distance, even if you live together, you do not understand each other and live differences. You are just my external neighbor, nothing dealing with me. That's why there is no heart, there's no longing heart with somebody. You are nothing dealing with me. You are just only my external neighbor. My brothers and sisters. That's why we need to have that kind of artistic relationship, artistic closeness. Next.
The era of Chanukuk is the age of children. We need to reflect on how much of a artistic distance I actually have with the Father. We need to reflect on whether we are really in a genuinely and sincerely harmonious relationship based on where we are in the lives we are in. I should not set the standard too high just because true parents told me to raise the standard of heart. But I need to take a look at my position of existence, whether I am in harmony with the Father, with the attitude of giving a cup of cold water to the little ones. In view of the external providence, true parents have overcome many hardships, and through the foundation of UPF, they now have the standard of being welcomed by many leaders and many religious groups. Now, we need to become members of a artistic relationship with true parents and brothers and sisters around us, who we can give and receive with all our heart, mind, and character, wherever we are. Since we have heard the principle, do not conceptually think that God and I have a parent-child relationship, members have a brother and sister relationship, and that true parents are people who have done great things around the world. But let's become children who really have a artistic parent-child relationship. This is not to say that we follow true parents because of the great merits that they have made externally, but we want to become children who follow the word with the life and love of the heart. We have to become the ones who are determined to become children of heart, not the relationship between true parents and me because of work, responsibility, or any profession.
Yeah. Thank you, Heavenly Honey. There is no concept of the becoming exhausted in the world of heart. Since it is a world of living for the sake of each other, no matter what problem arises, it becomes digested by heart. If the relationship between parent and child and between brothers and sisters and between neighbor and neighbor did not have a heart, then that world has nothing to do with the world of heaven. Therefore, we need to reflect on whether we are really in a genuinely or sincerely harmonious relationship in our heart based on where we are in the lives we are in. In the relationship between God and true parents and me, we must become children who follow the word with the life and love of the heart. My brothers and sisters, we have to truly become children of heart, not the relationship between true parents and me because of work, because of responsibility, or any profession, because they are the Messiah, because they are Savior, because of their kind of non-external position, because of their begotten Son, or they are God's only begotten daughter. That is the external position. In the kingdom of heaven, oh, I am the begotten daughter, I am begotten son. Nothing in kingdom of heaven. Only just you are my father. Just you are my mother. Just you are my children. That's it. That is everything. That's why external position also, of course, officially very important. True parents and God's only begotten son and daughter, very important. We know that. What's the more important? Artistic relationship. Just parents and child. Not more than this. There is a heart. There is a longing heart. That's it. You can overcome any other issues and problems, my brothers and sisters. Thank you very much. Today, living testimony, and then our MC going to introduce living testimony. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful and nice Sunday. I love you all, my brothers and sisters. I love you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yong. Wow, today's message had such like precision and nuance, like kind of setting the right temperature. So really thank you for that. And to introduce our testimony today, we are continuing in Subregion 3. We're taking the tour across the Midwest. And so for now, I'd like to welcome up Juan Acosta from the Subregion 3, working with ACLC in Kansas City, and will share about his church outreach.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Can you hear me?
Yay!
Good morning,
Costa,
Dr.
we can hear
Young.
you. Yeah.
Good morning. Greetings from Kansas City, Missouri. Thank you, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna be brief for my activities in Kansas City. We've been working with pastors. Me and my wife have been witnessing and visiting pastors. So also we've been working with community leaders. Here is a Korean pastor that I met. I gave a modest memoir and we talked about boys' activity. And he said he got heard about mothers, what mothers do in Korea, uniting the North and South. So we also this here on the left, I'm with the mayor of Kansas City. He's a very young mayor. We are becoming good friends because he's always showing up in all the activities that we do. So he asked me if I want to go out to have lunch with him, and he will buy me lunch and we can talk about how to prevent crime and work with the police chief. Here I'm with some Spanish ministers that are always meet and share with them about activities, what mothers doing, uniting all the Christian. So I always try to be active. Here I got some other pastors that I meet. We always feel, you know, how pastors are suffering. Pastors have good heart, but we need to win their hearts. So I always listen to them, what they're going through, and then center on that and share not only the divine principle, but I share about Father's words. And sometimes they say, well, I never heard that before, where it comes from. I think where it comes from every month. So they get surprised of the things that sometimes I share with them. So here we have a couple that we met in a festival, a family. We have a festival to celebrate families, organize it with pastors and community leaders. And here we are with our pastor, Mandy, and my wife. Pastor Mandy is in the middle. She's a great friend of mine, and we also organize family festivities. I always set up a table. I put information about our church. I try to promote the blessing. So she's always invited me to all the pastors' meetings. I'm here with the police.
Wow.
I always try to reach out to the police about things that we need to educate them too and support it. So I always try to participate.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Here, me and my wife, with Pastor Faulkner. I'm focusing on him because I think he can be my John the Baptist. So he wants to meet once a month as a couples, me and my wife and his wife, talk about the blessing and talk about Father's activities. I already blessed them, but I need to educate him more about the 40 days and the 3 days. So I need to, education is very important for me when I meet pastors. And here with some Asian leaders. They last time they invited me to speak in a festival. They gave me 20 minutes and talk about the blessing. I talk about family values. They were very inspired to get the. There were many pastors actually, and they were very inspired by what I shared. Not only about Christ, but also about the family salvation. I think also pastors invite us to attend some celebrations here. My wife and my son and the rest. We attended a dinner that pastors inviting us. And also we were some Spanish leaders. And I always try to support them to guide the Spanish leaders. So I'm planning to do a seminar, pastor seminar, divine principle. I start doing blessings in the Spanish churches. Also, we are united. There's great leaders in Kansas City that want to work together. But I can see that they need a goal. They need to have a vision. So I want to share Father's vision, Mother's vision with them. I'm already giving them Mother's memoir. So when I meet them, I always ask them what they think, and they always, they open their minds. So I'm what I call the growing period. I need to work into. This is festival that Pastor Mindy we organized for in May. It was a great way to meet people. I hear some of my friends that pastors are very blessed. They're always happy to visit. My wife works wherever, but on Sundays we visit pastors, and I feel like a couple. People get there's a lot of power when we visit at the couples. So people are always happy to see us. And this day, also the mayor of Kansas City, we met in one of the festival that we had, and he was so happy. So I still have to call him and make an appointment to meet for lunch, so we can share more about what your parents' vision. And it's also this lady from the TV station, and I'm building a relationship with her too. And some of the pastors that already gave Mother's Memorial. We visit the churches on Sundays, and they always welcome us and happy to see us. And he also some Koreans. They invite me to a Korean meeting, and we're able to share our faith. And there's a Spanish, very powerful Spanish leader who is not so open about church, but little by little in his heart. Another church that we visit is on Sundays. And it is the pastors and the wives. So my goal is always, to multiply the blessing. That's my goal, that my vision that I have. But right now I'm winning their hearts and talking to them little by little about the meaning of the blessing. And soon I will encourage them to do the blessing in the church and bless the congregation. Wow. I need to start doing that again. I think in the past we were able to bless many churches, but then I slowed down. When Dr. Yong came to America, I started emphasizing that we need to witness them. I feel it's time for me to get out of the house, like Reverend John said. Every day I go out, make a goal, which area I want to go. Every day I decide how many ministers I want to meet. So I challenge myself, and I challenge the spirit work, because it's not just me going out witnessing, but I have my ancestors behind me. So I need to inspire them to help me witness and find churches and talk to. So every time that I meet a minister, I always listen to them first, and them center on that I speak, and they really, feel that I have something to offer. So this is my goals that I do every day. Every day I try to meet people. I want to have a young spirit, as Reverend John said. I want to remember when I joined the church, I want to have the same, no concepts. Just go out and do it. Then like, the spirit will do the rest. So this is we support. This is the police chief. We meet and we talk, and I ask him about, what is the main problem? And he said, well, domestic violence. So we met with him before. We had a meeting with him and the state leader's wife, Mieko, and we talk about, how to support him to improve crime, to stop crime, to prevent crime in Kansas City. So that's all my report. I just want to say that, we have great parents and we have the solution to the problems, and we need to let people know.
Okay. Thank you so much. Wow, really, Juan Acosta, you are a man of action. Wow, you are doing every day, going out to reach so many people. I'm really inspired by your activity. By the way, Juan Acosta, how old are you? I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Unmute, please.
68.
Your wife what's your wife's name?
I'm sorry?
Can I know your wife's name?
Juan Acosta.
No, your wife.
Oh, Leichu.
She's Japanese?
She is Malaysian.
Malaysian girl. I see. Okay, understood. Wow, today I'm so inspired. Now you focus on so many things. Please, not just only blessing. I think in order to increase the more blessing, you need to educate one-on-one. Yeah. I think without education, always limited. That's why I think each key ministers or outreach people, let them know divine principle very clearly, one by one. You need to introduce them. Father Moon, our founder, suggests the best way to learn his philosophy through one-on-one. Let's try his method, how to learn, our Father Moon's philosophy. So I think if you break through that, and 3 and 4 and 5, wow, I think your multiplication and more prosperous. I'm really inspired by your beautiful report today. Thank you so much, Juan Acosta. 감사합니다.
Thanks so much, Uncle Juan. We could see there must be countless unforgettable moments with these ministers. So we can really see that relationship building. Thank you for sharing. And now, brothers and sisters, let's go into our breakouts and share our reflection on today's message. See you back soon. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you enjoyed your breakout. To share first, I'd like to invite up Mr. Wayne Hankins.
Thank you, Milhan. I'd like to repeat what I mentioned. Reverend Yong has encouraged us every time to read Divine Principle, education. And I found that I doubted if simply reading the Divine Principle is going to change me. I've learned otherwise, reading the 1 hour presentation. I read it out loud, and there's a resistance within myself to be able to say it and continue through an hour long of reading it. And it tells me how deep the original sin is. It's a stain on it. Even though I have the blessing, even though I'm in Chunbo, even though I've gone through workshops and done all these things, there's still this resistance to want to make action. When I'm reading the 1 hour Divine Principle, I can feel an enormous pressure in my head. I can feel movement in my head that wants me to stop, not read the Divine Principle. It's a battle. And so when Reverend Yong says to us that if you read it with all your heart for 100 times, you will change. I believe it's true. Because there's something within us, however deep, that doesn't want to hear it. So I'm grateful for what Reverend Yong has encouraged us day after day after day to wake us up to do it. So that's my
Wow, thank you so much, Wayne and Hankins. Yeah, right. I think, when we read in 1 hour EDP, and then immediately we know that I am conceptual being or artistic being. And then when you read, then all kind of fallen nature come out. Sometimes really, already I know I need to read again, same content, and why I need to do 100 times, all kind of question. That means you do not know Divine Principle. When you read the Divine Principle, and then every time you read, wow, this word is God's love and God's heart, you really artistically connected and unite with God's word, and full of appreciation and gratitude, and then you already reach a certain level. But when you read just very still dry and then just conceptual and just condition, and then that means your life of faith is still very much conditional, very much conceptual, very much external. There is no heart. That's why you need to break through. The physically healthy man, when you eat breakfast and lunch, every meal is just so delicious, even though eat Korean people, same kimchi, same rice, same bread, always delicious. That means you are physically very healthy. However, you are spiritually not healthy when you read the Divine Principle. Same things. Very much boring. Why I need to do. That means you are spiritually something wrong. Spiritually, you are really sick. Those who are patient and don't like to eat food, no desire to eat food, then you are spiritually sick. You are spiritually healthy, even though read the same content again or again. Oh, yum, 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 oh, yum, yum, yum. So delicious, very, very delicious, my brothers and sisters. And also, when you read the 1 hour content, then you know your self-control. How much you can concentrate, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, without any hesitation, just can concentrate 60 minutes, 17 minutes, then you control yourself. And already reading 5 minutes and then think different thing and this and all kind of thing. That means no self-control. Through 1 hour reading, you know how much you control yourself, how much great training. Wayne Hankins, it is right?
It is right.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Uncle Wayne. And that honest sharing. I have to say, I have the same experience. But I'm starting to love it more. I do it every day, no problem, with joy. Okay, to share next, I'd like to invite up Mr. Noah Ross. If you could share your reflection.
Oh, good morning. Hello, Dr. Yong.
Hey, Noah Ross. Wow, thank you.
Well, I'm so inspired today, and I was really inspired by Juan. I loved everything that he's doing and all of his dedication and effort. That was really beautiful. I also was really touched, Dr. Yong, by your sharing about longing heart. That really is the most important thing. And I'm feeling after morning devotion each day, I'm missing you.
Me too.
So I think it's working, because you're pouring out your heart to everybody. Especially just wanted to share how moved I've been by seeing your consistent effort. And consistency is really important, I think. I always felt, that true parents every day, every day, I always felt they're always there, they're always doing it. And mother is, every day she's doing it. And now you're doing it every day. And I think that is so, you're starting to turn this whole movement just by your longing heart. I'm just seeing like you say, springtime is really coming, focusing on the word and focusing on being a spiritual parent. It's really beautiful. I'm very, very grateful to you, Dr. Yong.
Okay.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Noah Ross. I say hello to your wife.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uncle Noah. For our reminders, number one, please invite someone to morning devotion and they will love you for it. Go to edu.familyfed.org to find all the older videos and transcripts of this content. And of course, look at the link in the chat and online to see how you can donate to morning devotion, help this, continue this effort for as long as possible, at least 7 years. For our musical offering, I'm very happy, and I think you all will be too, to invite up Rebecca Calix.
Oh.
Good morning, Dr. Yong.
Oh, this is really Rebecca?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, who is beside you?
My beautiful mother.
Oh, it is your mother?
Yes.
Wow. No wonder why such a beautiful one come out from somewhere. Wow, my God. Beautiful mother, beautiful daughter. Wow, so exciting.
Thank you, Dr. Yong.
So nice to be here.
Yeah, it's my mom's first time on morning devotion. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, great.
I listen to you, Dr. Young, but it's too early to wake up, at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
wow, beautiful.
You were talking about parent-child relationship today.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very fitting because I convinced my mom to sing with me today.
Hey, great.
So sorry, everyone.
So if you're wondering where I get my musical talent from, my mom is
a
musician. She was a dancer growing up, and so my love of music and song and dance came from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be singing Can't Help Falling in Love by the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. So we're doing a very slow, acoustic version of it, so I hope everyone enjoys it. I got a request to do a love song from Hanmi Bowman over there, so... Oh, Wonjin Bowman, my bad. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, my darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you.
Oh my God, really fantastic. I do not know I am in kingdom of heaven or paradise. Really, I do not know. I'm really, really happy. Someone say, Rebecca, you know, someone said, as long as Rebecca and can offer song, I can join morning devotion for 365 days. Oh my God, Rebecca, really you make everybody so happy today, especially your mother joined together and showing the mother and daughter's cooperation together. It is really beautiful. Thank you. God bless you.
감사합니다.
Wow. I think we would do an encore if we could, but I think we need to. But yeah, thank you so much. So beautiful, mother and daughter duo. And to close us out with prayer, would anyone like from the Bowman family like to offer their prayer?
I'll vote myself as tribute. Great.
Amen.
안녕하세요, Yong Pyeongju. And TK too. So let's pray. Okay, good job. All right, please join us in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parents, wow, it's been a very fun and very loving moment between a daughter and a mom today, and that was beautiful. I wish we could see that more every single day, not just with our families, but people out there who are still looking for you. But even while it's right here, it's been that's really a true blessing, and we really thank you for it. Thank you for our true parents for really bringing that about within each and every one of our families as much as they could, by teaching us those things, by the teachings that Dr. Yong is trying to convey through us from true parents and from you. Like, these little tidbits of information are so important so that we can have even greater families and build your greatest gift that you've always wanted, and that's having a God-centered family. That's right. And even Theo agrees, so that's really awesome too. I want to offer this prayer up in my name, Hanvi Elizabeth Bowman and Theo Kenji Bowman, members of a blessed central family. Achu.
Oh, so beautiful, this baby. Wow, thank you. Anyway, thank you, Hanmi. Bowwoman. No. Bowman. Okay. I thought Bowwoman. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Hanmi. 감사합니다.
Yeah, thank you, Hanmi, for the mother-son duo prayer there. And with that, brothers and sisters, as always, thank you for joining and making this such a wonderful experience. Have a great Sunday. We'll see you tomorrow.
감사합니다. Have a nice Sunday.